I'm trying to turn your light out punches.
Here comes RC. Big right hand. My, oh my. That was brutal. Richard Commey is back.
We're getting ready for the ring walks tonight for our main event. But first, let's take a look at the weigh-in. And there was some issues a little bit with Richard Commey on the scale yesterday, coming in his first weigh-in slightly over the 140-pound limit. He is a pretty solid guy, even moving up from 135 up to 140. Made the weight. We're here. Tail of the tape. Michaela, take us through it.
These are both two former world champions. Both have faced top opposition. Jose Ramirez coming in at 27-1 with 17 KOs. Richard Commey 30-4 with 1 draw and 27 KOs. The biggest difference tonight would simply be the age, a 6-year difference. But we'll see if that plays a role tonight. I know both are hungry. This is a title eliminator, and winner will get their shot at the title.
They crown me king when I'm around. Bad damn. Yeah. Victorious. Victory is mine. I'm victorious. I'm glorious. Like the heavens in the sky when they open up.
We are just about ready for the ring walks for our main event tonight. Title eliminator between Jose Ramirez and Richard Commey. Both fighters' teams are in the ring. Pretty packed house tonight on what is a busy boxing weekend. Particularly here in the United States. They're getting ready for the main event as well between David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, which will be some crossover. And then we got our title eliminator here, another great fight between Jose Ramirez and Richard Commey. We appreciate you all tuning in wherever in the world you're watching. Michaela Mayer and Christina Poncher on the broadcast tonight. And when world title implications are on the line, if not a world title fight, it doesn't get too much bigger than a world title eliminator, because the winner moves on to bigger and better things. And then this opportunity, particularly for Richard Commey, you know, he said it to us, his team said it to us. I mean, we got to fight. This is do or die. He has gone 1-2-1 in his last 4 fights, albeit those losses to Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, but he just has not been able to get over the hump in the biggest fights in recent years. He has one last opportunity here, and he's making his ring walk now. Such a unique juxtaposition between the power that this man holds and the heart that this man has. One of the best people that I know in the sport of boxing. Represents Accra, Ghana with so much pride. Has given so much back to where he's come from. Kind heart, sweet man, heavy hitter, and has an opportunity tonight in what would be an upset against the hometown fighter Jose Ramirez to get once again to world title opportunity. Ramirez, the 30-year-old former world champion, 2012 Olympian, 10-year pro, fighting for the second consecutive time at the St. Martin Center and where he now resides, Fresno, California. in the Central Valley, telling us this might as well be a world title fight, because this is my only opportunity to get back to putting one of those straps around my waist. He too, a great human being, a champion. He exhibits what it means to be a world champion, both inside and outside of the ring. He gives back to his community. He fights for a cause each and every time he steps into the ring. And says it's now time to block out everything that everybody has to say over this last year and to get back into the ring and do what I do best. And that's fight. And that's fight for me, that's fight for my family, and that's fight for my people. And that's what he represents tonight as he steps into the ring for this title eliminator against Richard Commey. Listen to this crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Save Mart Center here in beautiful Fresno, California. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. Presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you this evening by Boost Mobile. Money is power. By Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, only in theaters March 31st. By Bud Light, Chelada Tajín, Chile, Limon, and by AutoZone, get in the zone. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds in the junior welterweight division. It is also a WBC World Title Eliminator. Our judges at ringside, Dr. Lou Moret, Steve Morrow, and Kevin Scott. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Jack Reese. And now to everyone here in attendance at the Save Mart Center in Fresno, California. And to everyone watching on ESPN. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. And oh, baby, this is the main event. Introducing first out of the blue corner, presented in association with DeBella Entertainment. He weighed in at 140 pounds, wearing green trunks with black and gold trim. His record, 30 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw. 27 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the former lightweight world champion from Accra, Ghana, Richard R.C. Commey! Introducing out of the red corner. He weighed in at 140 pounds, wearing red trunks with white trim. His record, 27 victories with only 1 defeat. 17 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a 2012 U.S. Olympian. He is the former Unified Junior Welterweight World Champion. He is the WBO number 4 and WBC number 5 ranked junior welterweight contender. From Avenal and representing the entire Central Valley of California, Jose Ramirez.
Facing me, facing me. Come here, closer. Okay, Andre, these are pretty high. The hip line is right here. Same thing. The hip line is right on the bottom of the word Corona. Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. I gave you guys both instructions. I want to just remind you to please listen and follow my requests at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck.
All right, here we go, Michaela. It's time for the main event.
I'm ready.
It feels like a world title fight, doesn't it, in here?
The energy, yeah.
The energy is really high. 12 rounds for the WBC Junior Welterweight World Title Eliminator. Christina Pontra and Michaela Mayer with you on the call from Fresno, California, Save Mart Center. Jose Ramirez taking on Richard Commey. Both of them coming off fights to common foe. Jose Pedraza, Commey with a split decision, and Jose Ramirez with the win, albeit 1 year ago today.
Already coming out with big looping shots.
And he took one from Commey with the right hand, did Jose Ramirez. Oh, big shot there. And you said it, Michaela, the first few rounds will be fireworks. Back to the body goes Jose Ramirez.
Commey's always been a quick starter. You know, he comes out swinging.
Down to the body goes Ramirez early, attacking that body of Commey in the blue corner. Left hooks, right hooks. Commey's corner pleading for him to get off the ropes. They wasted no time.
You hear him tie him up, walking back to the center of the ring. Ramirez is right back.
Commey's dangerous with his power too. Back to the body with the left hook.
You can see Commey keeping that right hand touch to the body. He definitely feels those shots, those left hooks to the body from Ramirez.
Ramirez coming out with vigor and determination to invest in Commey's body. Commey answering back with hooks.
My break.
Commey's got to get out of the corner, off the ropes, back into the center of the ring. You can hear his corner yelling at him to do the same.
Commey does have good power in his shots. A lot of his knockouts have come at the lower weight division of 135. This fight up at 140. Despite his struggles a bit on the scale yesterday to make weight, did Richard Commey. It's kind of something, it's never really been easy for him. But perhaps maybe why Ramirez is investing in the body early.
That is a factor. We don't know how bad the weight cut was for Commey. I heard that he did struggle a little bit. That usually doesn't take part in the first few rounds, but we'll start to see it 4, 5, 6.
And even for Ramirez, he's coming into this fight after a year out of the ring, and he is throwing over 60 punches so far, and we still got 20 seconds left in the first round. I mean, so much for pacing yourself in your first fight back.
Yeah, usually you do see Ramirez sort of ease into the fight and pace himself. Commey not so much, but Ramirez definitely stepped it up this first round.
And this crowd is already on their feet after round one, as we take a look into the corner of Jose Ramirez. Robert Garcia, his son, Pita in the corner, Jose Contreras, and Dr. Tremblay.
Every time you stop, he's going to fire.
And there's Andre Rozier.
The jab is working when you use it.
Giving an earful to Richard Commey after that first round.
He's doing what we don't want you to do. This is not a rat ring.
Pleading with him to get out of the corner as he took a lot of hooks down to the body, that one up top.
Don't let him just lace on shots and when you stand in the same place.
He sort of stood here against the ropes, which is not a safe place to be, going up against someone like Ramirez throwing big hooks to the body and to the head. He defended himself pretty good, but not something that he wants to continue to do as the rounds go on.
It's a counter right hand that got in there in those exchanges from Ramirez, but definitely Andre Rozier telling Commey, do not stay in the corner. Get back to the jab.
Commey has a good jab. It's sharp, it's landing. He needs to hold the center of the ring, keep it going. You hear his corner telling him to throw the right hand, left hook. He's loading up.
Rich, stop holding him. Your right hand. When you load your right
We
hand,
talked
Richard.
about Commey and Ramirez both having
Pull your right hand
significant
out,
power.
Richard.
Commey being older,
Stop.
but also that
Hey.
power is the last thing to
No,
go.
listen when I tell you to move that right hand out. Watch.
So he can always rely on that.
The only thing that's tough about that power, and we'll see, I mean, Jose Ramirez does have a pretty good chin, but that was against fighters at 135 pounds, up at 140, and Jose's not a small 140 pounder, albeit, and these two go back and forth again in round 2. Nice chopping shot lands for Ramirez. Commey holds now. It does amaze me, though, how even Jose Ramirez is able to make 140 after 10 years as a pro in the same weight class.
Yeah, I think they both might struggle a little bit to get down there.
Put your arm out, Jose. Your left
Body
arm.
changes. I know. I've been at 130 for 10 years also. It definitely changes. The weight cut changes. It becomes more difficult. Commey trying to sneak in a counter right hand.
Let him go, Rich.
Well, and we knew these two with their styles. I mean, they were pretty much made for each other. It's not, Richard Commey's not in there against Lomachenko, or even as a sniper Pedraza, those two southpaws that he took those 2 losses to.
Good flurry from Commey.
Ramirez is going to be there to get hit, but also be there to land some good hooks, which he's done. And there's another one with the left hook. Commey took a deep breath on that, didn't he? You felt that.
I thought he might have had a delay drop there.
Let him go.
He is trying to hold now. Again to the body goes Ramirez. Commey taking a lot of these shots here.
Commey's got to tie up and push it back.
Let him out, Rich.
Stay off the ropes.
15 body shots landed by Ramirez in round 1. 20 so far in the fight. A brutal start for these two.
Stop.
Everything with bad intentions for the first 2 rounds.
A shot at the end of after the bell from Commey. Got the fans a little worked up. Commey's holding his ground good in there. He's trying, but Ramirez is just so relentless with the body shots. Commey's even hesitant to fire back and lift those elbows for a second.
I mean, what we were just treated to when watching Sanisa Estrada work and put in that work to the body. And now in another fight, back-to-back, here's Jose Ramirez in the ring. 26 body shots landed through 2 rounds. I mean, it is impressive, the game plan and the execution of what they told us that they wanted to do.
It's definitely a lot quicker than I've really ever seen Ramirez start out. I mean, he came out fast and hard with the intentions of getting Commey out of there early. I feel like he doesn't want this fight to go the distance.
Oh, got a good counter shot in there to Commey with the left hand. But I mean, Jose Ramirez telling us, I want to show my speed, I want to show my power, my combinations, and I want to make a statement. I mean, this must have been what he meant.
Yes.
Because he didn't sit there and say, I want to box and jab around the outside, although we've seen that from him, and he's more than capable of doing that. My question is, after throwing, over 120 punches in the first 2 rounds, can you really keep this work rate up? We're talking about a 12-round non-title fight.
We'll see. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to keep the work rate up. He just has to keep those body shots. keep some pop behind those body shots and continue to break Commey down.
Commey's got to get back to the stick. He's got to give himself some space and use the jab, does he not?
Sitting in there with Ramirez is not the best game plan. He has a really nice jab. It works from the outside. It lands from the outside. He's just got to follow up and throw the big shots behind it.
He lunged in with the right hand there, that missed.
Ramirez is right back on top of it. It's exhausting to put up with this type of pressure from someone like Ramirez.
Commey shoots that tricky uppercut from the hip off the ropes. Ramirez trying to back up and have Commey come forward a little bit off the ropes, giving him some space there. Andre Rozier trying to tell Commey, take a walk it out. Turn him.
Yeah, he does not like Commey sitting there with his gloves up. But right when I think Commey is maybe already gassed out, he comes back with a flurry.
They've each landed that lead hand, and Commey's now getting these shots. He just landed another left hook on Ramirez there.
Right to the temple.
Come on,
Jack Reese letting him work it out here.
You see Ramirez keep pushing Commey back, leaning on him, pushing him back. Commey's doing his best to stand in there and fight back and not let him get bullied. But that's exhausting on the legs.
Nice uppercut there from Ramirez. Oh, Richard just missed with that right hand, but got the left in.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
You're in Margate, babe!
Are we having a good time?
Hiya!
Can you take your shoes off, please? They look manky.
It's called a fun day, lads. Keep it light.
The contenders are ready. Augusta is ready. The drama awaits all 4 days of the Masters live on Sky Sports Golf.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
Is what's working. Mouthpiece.
All right, let's go. Game two. Let's hit you with everything he had. He didn't do 50.
I don't want you getting hit no more. All right, let's go. Come on.
Commey can't continue to take shots like that from Ramirez round after round after round. He's got to get on that jab and fire it like he's never fired it before.
Round 4 in the scheduled 12-round title eliminator. It's been all gas, pretty much no breaks through the first 3 rounds of this fight.
You can hear Commey's corner telling him, stay on the jab, stay on the jab. Good right hand to the body of Ramirez.
Still combination that finished with a body shot there for Commey.
It's a work rate that I don't know if Commey's prepared to keep up, but Ramirez has before. He's proven that he can keep that work rate up and keep investing in the body. Commey can't sit there and meet him with the body shots. He's not gonna win that way. So he's got to fire that jab.
Oh, good shot there. Ramirez doing a good job too, I believe, with his punch selection, changing up what he's throwing. Not only hooks down to the body, but got some uppercuts going, then back up top.
The jab from Commey, he's got to keep letting Ramirez run into that stiff jab.
Oh, there's the right hand that gets in from Commey.
I think his corner's calling it the hammer.
Well, he just laid it right now, and Jose Ramirez took it and continued to march forward.
Let him go, Richard.
Those punches don't hit the same or feel the same when you move up a weight class. Down to the body with the left hooks goes Ramirez. Uppercuts. Turns on him with the right hand. And Commey looking for that home run right hand shot.
Commey's got to aim that right hand a little bit lower. Ramirez is ducking. He's going to the body. He doesn't want to waste energy by nothing feels more exhausting than throwing a big shot and missing. So he doesn't want to miss. He's better off aiming everything at the shoulder, at the elbow, and either he hits the body or he lets Ramirez dunk right into it. Good jab. Just like that again, he threw the right hook to the head and Ramirez rolled it and missed it. He's got to aim his shots lower.
A flurry at the end of the round from Ramirez. Commey smartly holds.
Boxing on Sky Sports. Brought to you by...
You have arrived at wit's end.
So much the news.
That must continue to be done before.
Crisis on the horizon.
After another tough year.
Seeing the state of it out there, Sandra?
Bonkers, isn't it?
Ooh, but that works.
This spring, there's lots of great value ways to have your home done your way with Dunelm.
Boxing on Sky Sports. Brought to you by Voltero.
Commey slips the jab, was right over the top of the right hand and rolls out with the hook. That's definitely the type of boxing, the type of moves he's going to need from the outside. Came back with another left hook, right hand.
Round 5, Christina Poncher and Michaela Mayer here with you on commentary from the Save Mart Center in Fresno, and it has been bobs away from the opening bell here between Jose Ramirez and Richard Commey. Nearly as many body shots as jabs for Jose Ramirez. He's invested heavily downstairs as Commey has taken all the shots, neither fighter down, albeit thudding shots have landed both ways, quite frankly, just maybe a little more so in the Ramirez direction. Or from Ramirez's direction, I should say.
Commey's trying to hold his ground in the center of the ring, not get pushed back. He's got to make sure not to sit that head right in the middle where Ramirez can drop in the uppercuts.
And he does love the uppercuts.
He does, and Commey's head tends to be right there in the center. He's got to keep shifting, shift to the left, shift to the right.
Stop.
Keep his head off the line.
Keep him up.
His corner doesn't like that Commey is standing right in front of Ramirez. I said this in the corner during the last break. He said, stop standing in front of him, take an angle.
There's a chopping right hand from Commey on the inside that just missed.
He's still swinging. He's blocking what Ramirez is throwing and exploding with his own combinations back. He's fighting him back.
And the accuracy has slipped a bit for Ramirez here in round 5. He took a shot there, gave one back, but the same has came off the shots just a little bit as he got back in the corner, though. He's trying with those uppercuts. 4 uppercuts.
Corner's yelling at Commey to get off the ropes.
Down to the body with the left hand.
Stop. Step back.
Another big shot. Ramirez loves that body. Yep.
I will say that Commey listens extremely well to his corner. I mean, some of the things his corner is saying, He's doing immediately.
Stop.
Sit down. Rick.
It's a good fight.
Pay attention.
It's a very good fight.
I know a lot of people are disappointed in what they really did want to see tonight in terms of who they wanted Jose Ramirez to fight. But Richard Commey said, what about me?
And he's hanging in there.
1,000%.
He's taking big shots and he's firing them right back.
And I think, this last round and maybe a little bit starting the round before, I mean, Commey's starting to build his confidence up a little bit. I think that the last round was a pretty good round for him so far.
He's catching on. He's listening to his corner. He's fighting back in spurts. He's not letting himself get too far behind.
Oh my goodness, they are both throwing with terrible intentions here to start round 6. Woo. It's like they were shot out of a cannon, like they're running out of time. It's crazy. I mean, I expected this from Sinisa and Tina, but maybe not the amount of hooks.
Good overhand right from Commey.
Let him go, Jose. Your left arm. Pull your left arm out. Both you guys, pull your arms out. Richard, your right arm.
Use your jab, man. Walk.
Commey's corner does not want him to freeze and sit right in front of Ramirez. They're saying just walk, take a little step over to the left, take a little step over to the right, keep moving. Not too much, but don't stand right in front.
Oh, nice combination and then slide to the right by Ramirez. Commey answers with the left hook.
Commey's got to get the jab going, not the left hook, because by the time the left hook lands, Ramirez is too close. He's got to get the long shots.
Just walk him. Walk him. That's it. That's it. Just stay in the middle and walk. That's it. Keep boxing.
He's meeting him stick for stick. Every time Commey throws, Ramirez is throwing at the same time.
See his corner yelling at him again to move. He started to freeze up a little bit in front of Ramirez. And that's when Ramirez's corner. That's right when Ramirez will jump on and start attacking.
And you can tell tonight, Jose Ramirez is coming out here like he knows.
Like I said, he started extremely. He doesn't normally do. Usually feel game right out and push Commey up against the ropes. Because he is making a statement.
That was a good flurry for Commey there. And in that last round, round 6, Richard Commey threw more punches than Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, you can see Ramirez, I don't want to say slowing down, because he just started so fast.
Right.
It's not a pace that he's going to keep up. It's natural that he's going to be a little slower to close that space now. But we'll see if Commey sees that and really starts to pick it up like he did in the last round.
We are halfway through our scheduled 12-rounder for this title eliminator.
It's a good up jab from Commey. Just ducks a little bit low. Jabs right up in between Ramirez's guard.
And jabbing is exactly what Andre Rozier is telling his charge Commey to do.
It's a really good jab. You know, Ramirez does shift his head from side to side when he's coming in to close the space. But if Commey can throw that jab straight at the middle of the chest, he's going to die.
Because he almost like the direction of Commey's right hand.
Yeah. All Commey's got to do is make sure he doesn't aim those shots too high. They got the chest. And it doesn't matter where Ramirez ducks, he'll duck into one of them.
Put you right on now. Get out of there. Come on, guys, get out. You're on your own.
Back to the jab. Back to the jab.
Back to the jab goes Ramirez.
Good counter right hand.
And he turned quickly, like his Commey's back touched the ropes, and he moved quickly.
Yeah, get it right up the ropes.
But I don't think it's smart for Commey to wait for Jose to throw first.
And that's what his corner does not want him to do. The second he freezes in front of Ramirez and starts to wait to counter, that's when he gets hit. He's got to keep up the little movements, keep up the jab, and don't let Ramirez get set. Commey also has no room to gas here. He has no room to die even just a little bit. Because Ramirez, even though he's slowed a little bit, he's going to keep coming forward. He's going to keep trying to break Commey down.
There's a good flurry of punches there from Commey.
And that's what he's got to keep doing. 2 or 3 times around and make sure he doesn't get too far behind.
And I see like just a little bit change in the body language of Commey even here. Like he's built a bit of confidence up. Got a bit of swagger going as he moves around the outside with that jab.
He's boxing smart. He took a lot of big shots from Ramirez, but he's holding up. He's boxing a little bit more each round, using his jab a little bit more, listening to his corner.
There's the right hand from Commey that lunges in and lands, and he's landed several of them tonight, Michaela.
He's landed a handful of them, and he's also fallen short with a handful of them. So I know he's looking for that big overhand right.
Pulling in Commey.
That's what I'm saying. He's boxing very smart. He's coming on. He's closing that gap more and more. You know, I think in those first 2 rounds, Ramirez really stole our attention with how aggressive he came out, and I was a little worried for Commey, but right now, he's showing his ring IQ.
He's just got to be careful when he gets stuck in the corner.
He doesn't want to get stuck in the corner, but he's listening to his coach and making the adjustments and showing his experience.
Sneaky uppercut with the left hand from Commey as Ramirez misses with his.
Stop, now break. Step away from each other.
Back to the jab, Ricky.
Down to the body with the left hand again for Ramirez.
Stop.
Back to the jab, Ricky. Back to the jab.
You can hear his corner telling him go right back to the jab. You know, when you have a fighter like Ramirez, you got to bang with them in spurts. You got to show them that you can fight back and that you're not going to let them bully you. You you have to do it in spurts, but you also have to box. You don't want to do it the entire round. So he's got to go back to the jab, box him, and then run his flurries like he has been. Jab. Oh. Just like that.
Stop. Stop. We're walking back to stop.
Do you see how his corner just yelled at Commey, hook, right hook, and he threw it
2-3
within 2 seconds? He's been doing that this whole fight. He's very in tune with his corner and his coach.
And because Ramirez throws everything, particularly the hooks, so hard, kind of like what you mentioned earlier, when you throw hard like that and you miss, it takes a lot out of you.
Exhausting.
It's exhausting. And you're talking about a fighter, and I'll mention it again, coming in the ring after a year layoff in Jose Ramirez.
This is a good fight, though. I feel like they're both having their moments.
Just keep the jab going. Nice 1-2, 1-2 down. All right?
Rich, can you give me this round?
And walk. Walk.
It's so interesting, like Coach Rozier, like just talking so calmly in the corner. Somebody, they get spun, it's like, yeah! He's like yelling the instructions. Right after, it's just like
everyone's got a different style.
Up and down, up and down. Just jab, walk it out, jab when he gets in there.
You know, he's got to keep Commey calm because the pressure that Ramirez is putting on him, he can very easily, you know, crumble under the pressure. He can't.
And physical and mental pressure because like this guy just keeps coming at me no matter what I do. Whether he's landed or not, Ramirez continues to come forward and continues to throw punches.
The jab, he's really finding the place for that jab now.
Nice start here to the round for Commey. Double left hand, straight right down to the body with the left from Ramirez.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the hammer is. I hear Commey's coach say throw the hammer. Good 1-2.
I'm thinking it's his right hand.
I'm assuming it's his right hand. I just think maybe it's something
a certain way that he,
yeah, maybe a certain way he throws the right hand. Commey having a good round. He's not letting Ramirez bully him. Every time Ramirez gets a shot off, Commey comes right back.
And he's doing a better job about opening up the range a little bit more. Like getting out of distance to get out of the way of some of the counter shots from Ramirez.
Exactly. I think it's a combination of him finding his range and his rhythm and his jab, but also a little bit of Ramirez not as aggressive as he was in the first couple of rounds.
Especially to the body. His output to the body has been lowered significantly in these last few rounds.
And he's not closing that space as quick. So it's allowing Commey to use a little bit more of his boxing. Good jab. Snaps Ramirez's head right back.
Now, you don't want to give it up if you're Commey here in the last 30 seconds.
Commey is boxing this round really nice.
Oh, good left hand on the inside.
Let him go, Jose. Let him go, Rich. Come on. Stop. Just stop with the bell.
Give me something, Richie.
Stop. You doing a headbutt? No?
1, 2.
Time. Can you get buddy?
That was a great round for Commey. If he can keep it up. 3 more rounds. These are the championship rounds.
That kid is done.
If he can box like that for the next 3 rounds,
Take
be close. This fight will be close. I think he could leave here with the win.
Focus up. When you box, you fuck him up. You hear me? Do you hear me? That's what you're doing. You're boxing him and messing him up. Don't stand there after
But there's no room for slipping up or dying
for him to answer. Don't let him answer.
You know, slowing down the pace.
You can feel his punches. Use your jab and keep turning.
He's got to have a perfect 3 rounds.
Championship round. Let's go. Yeah, world champion, baby. Stay smart. I like what I saw. You got 3 of them. Box his ass. Box him, baby.
Round 10. The tide has turned a bit in the favor of Richard Commey these last few rounds.
Come on, let him out, Rich. Pull your arm out, Jose. Left arm.
Good jabs. I like how when Ramirez was able to finally close that space and get past Commey's jab, Commey didn't let Ramirez push him back. He stood his ground and didn't give Ramirez any room to get shots off. And now he's right back, front foot is in the center of the ring, holding his ground, firing back the jab.
And being first.
Throwing combinations, keeping a tight defense, right back to the jab.
See, Jose, let him go. Put your right arm out in your left. Stop.
Triple jab, right hand from Commey. And this is where Ramirez could be jabbing, giving himself a little bit more space and come back with the hook. And instead, there's a lot more holding.
Well, Commey's corner is telling him to push Ramirez back. We all know Ramirez can fight on the front foot. He loves coming forward. But try doing what he does to his opponents. Push him back. And then he's not as effective when he's moving backwards. And he has to hold.
Pull out of it. Work out of it, fellas. Stop. Keep holding now, Rich.
Down to the body goes Ramirez again. Some of those uppercuts. Back to the left side.
Stop.
Body, Rick.
Commey's got to watch out for those uppercuts from Ramirez. His head sitting right in the middle.
It's a right uppercut, left hand.
All right, stop. Break again. Come on, guys, stop holding.
Back to the jab, Rick. Back to the jab. Nice roll.
Stop. Wait.
Back to the jab, Rick.
20 seconds left in round 10. Another
good uppercut from Ramirez. Commey cannot let Ramirez push him back at this point in the fight, at this point in the round. Oh, good one-two from Ramirez. on strong this round. I think he felt that maybe he had fallen behind in the round before. So he closed that gap up, won that last round. Pressed Commey. 2 rounds left. He's going to do the same thing for the next 2.
Championship rounds here. Which one of these guys will punch their ticket to a title fight? Richard Commey giving it everything he has with a good left hook there to start round 11. What started as a firefight in the first 3 rounds is pace has slowed significantly, and down goes Richard Commey in round 11.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you good?
Down to the body with the left hand.
Commey cannot afford to be sitting up against the ropes or the corner at this point.
Jose Ramirez does know how to turn it up at the end of a fight. He does know how to close out those championship rounds. And he hurt Commey again, and he's down for the second time in round 11.
4, 5, you good? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He does not get up. It is over. Jose Ramirez, KO, round 11. Richard Commey gave all he could. But Jose Ramirez turned up the gears, got 2 knockdowns in round 11, and is extremely emotional in his corner.
I didn't even see what that shot was. Once again, there are very sneaky combinations from Ramirez, but I don't know what was that shot that caught him.
Well, the body shot the second time. The first one I did not see either, the one where he stumbled and kind of fell. We'll give you a couple looks at the replay. As his son, Mateo, is being held up by Jose's father, his wife, Mirasol. And here's some looks at the very first knockdown where things got tangled, and he basically caught an uppercut and then a shot on the back of the head on the way down.
He was already leaning forward. Ramirez had sort of his weight on him, caught him with an uppercut.
And that buckled his legs a little bit, and then a chopping shot right behind the ear on the way down. That was the first knockdown in round 11. It was really sneaky where we're sitting to see that uppercut on the inside. It was blocked by Jose's body there.
Especially since Commey was already bending his knees and sort of low.
There was a right to the body.
And there Commey tries to come back with a 1-2, but Ramirez sneaks the left into the body.
And he took a lot of left hooks to the body. A lot.
Hard ones. That was a beautiful slip of the right hand from Ramirez. He dodged that 1-2. He's over to the left. And dropped in the left hook to the body.
And the relief on the face of the family of Jose Ramirez, the smile. I can see his wife exactly from where I'm sitting, and his son and his mother. After a year out of the ring, to come back to your hometown, fight a guy in Richard Commey who is dangerous till the very end, and get a win tonight to stamp your ticket to hopefully for him a world title opportunity. Tremendous job. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Save Mart Center, it is now time for the Bud Light Celebration decision. This bout comes to a conclusion at 2 minutes, 31 seconds of round number 11. Your winner by knockout, Jose
Congratulations to Jose Ramirez. Winner tonight by knockout. Improves his professional record now to 28-1 with 18 KOs. And maybe more importantly for him, got some confidence back in him and punches his ticket to what he hopes next will be a world title opportunity.
Yeah, definitely a good fight going into, obviously, a world title shot, because there were moments that Commey had his moments in that fight as well, and Ramirez he took some shots and he also had to adjust. So he did that, ended up getting the knockout, you know, got the ring rust off, got his confidence up against a really, really game opponent. It wasn't a walk in the park, and that's always a more rewarding win than a quick knockout. So definitely a fight he needed after a long layoff and going into a world title fight.
Yeah, I think it was important. I mean, the way he started, and we're looking back at the first 3 rounds of the fight, we didn't know if we would see round 11 for either one. We didn't know which way it would go, the way that they were just looping hooks and throwing body shots, and it was a really ferocious pace to start. But I think the really important thing for Jose Ramirez, particularly coming into this fight after a year off, is getting 11 hard rounds in.
Yeah.
Both throwing punches, taking punches, working to the body, making adjustments, ebbs and flows in the fight, and then championship rounds in round 11, he steps up and gets 2 knockdowns on his way to a KO victory. And, you know, my hat is off to Richard Commey, who in those, 7, 8, 9 rounds, really got himself back up in the fight. And we're like, wow, if he can win these next 2 rounds, we may have a draw, maybe hit close,
I think that Commey showed that he's not done. Regardless of his age, he put on a great performance tonight. Going up against someone like Ramirez, who's constant and relentless to the body, is extremely hard for anyone. And Commey had his moments. He won some rounds. He had some really, really nice boxing. He did some nice boxing in there. And I want to see him again. I was never watched a ton of Commey before this, but after this fight, I'm definitely a fan of him. Really, really talented fighter. Just the relentlessness of Ramirez is hard to beat.
Yeah, and I don't think I watched Commey fight tonight and I thought, oh, he's washed. He's totally done.
Not once. I didn't feel that way.
His age is affecting him. And granted, he's been in some really tough fights. I mean, if you talk about his recent opponents and now current world champions, it's impressive, the run that he's been on. He deserves a little bit of a break in an easier fight, if he does come back. But it is really tough in your last 5 fights now to have 3 losses, a draw, and a win. So that's
it is, but like you said, he's had really tough opposition. He hasn't gone out by any means to any chumps. He's put up tough fights, and I want to see him again. I think the fans want to see him again, and that's what's most important. He's making big fights happen and putting on great performances for the fans.
I think they're waiting to do an interview in the ring with Jose Ramirez. And we're going to stay on here to get that interview with ESPN's Bernardo Osuna, who was in the ring, just awaiting the local network here in the States. But Ramirez telling us that he would love to face the winner of Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez, a fight that is expected to be announced soon. And then he'd also like to fight Prograis, but he does eye a move to 147 in his near future. We talked about it a bit during the fight. He's been making 140 pounds for the last decade. It hasn't gotten easier, but he does feel like he has some unfinished business to take care of here at 140 before he does make that move up north to 47. Again, a look at the first knockdown with that chopping shot.
It's that uppercut that really set it up.
And I think that one on top of the head really, hurt.
Yeah, you can see his knees sort of buckle from that uppercut, and then that chopping right hand is kind of right on the temple. Here's the second one.
He took a right hand to the body there, and then a left hand that just grazed there. And he took much tougher body shots than that one looked like.
They both threw really good right hands there. That's how you're supposed to do it. You throw your head over to the right, and they both missed, but Ramirez followed up with the left to the body and got the stoppage. Whereas Commey could have done the same thing.
He felt
but Ramirez beat him to the punch.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're just standing by to get the interview with your winner tonight, Jose Ramirez. He's standing by with Bernardo Osuna in the ring, and start of 3 in a row for us here. We'll be in Tulsa next week and Newark the following. Some really good fights on deck, and we hope that you join us. And I think Bernardo's ready. Here's Bernardo with Jose.
Glad you're with us on the State of Boxing. I'm Bernardo Osuna. We're inside the Save Mart Center in Fresno. The 10th time that you fought in your hometown, 7th time in this building, and it was rocking tonight. Jose, what did it mean to you to have the support of the fans and to have them wake up again? Because in the middle of the fight, they were a little on their feet.
Yeah, you know, it's always an honor to fight here in Fresno, man. La Raza, man, here in the Central Valley, we're family, man. You know, pura gente trabajadora, gente, you know, that comes in and they don't complain, they work hard and very family oriented. And, you know, this is my family here. Everybody here, you know, it's an honor for me to showcase my talent in front of these people.
You came out throwing 80 punches in that first round, and then you kind of plateaued a little bit, but you picked it up when you needed to. What was it like coming back after that year off?
It's always hard, man. It's hard, you know, but mentally I had to go back to being my own self and started strong, you know. There came a point in my career where I got too comfortable and started, you know, with that rhythm and being very inactive with my volume of punches throughout the rounds, you know. And now it was like I went back to my old self and I heard Commey in the first round. But he's a tough guy, man. He's a tough guy, you know. Big shout out to Commey and his team. You know, he's a warrior. You know, he took some good shots and he picked it up in the middle of the fight too. I was in his, you know, I heard his team motivating him, and you know, I wanted to make a statement and just show that I was just a strong guy in there.
The body shots were key. You finished it Mexican style, like Julio Cesar Chavez used to do. But more importantly, this weight class, once you were king, and now there's Regis Prograis who holds the WBC belt. There's Josh Taylor, who may be fighting Teofimo Lopez June 10th in New York. Who do you want next after everything that's been said? You've been called a lot of things for not taking the fight. What do you want next?
You know, I want any world champion. You know, Regis Prograis. I want the winner, Josh Taylor and Teofimo, you know, get that rematch. You know, you always want to come back and get that rematch, you know, after that tough loss. But, you know, if Regis is serious about fighting, you know, we can sit down and we can negotiate and stop the BS, man. You know, let's sit down and make the fight happen. You know, no more I'm not a businessman. You know, you got to learn some business. Have your management do their part, and we got to sit down and make the fight happen if you're serious about it. You know, but that's the goal, is to stay active 2-3 times this year. I just want to fight. I want to fight 2-3 times, and hopefully I'll be back by September.
Look forward to the next big fight in your career with Jose Ramirez. I send it back to you, Joe.
Well done, and congratulations once again to Jose Ramirez. Gets the win tonight, and he said, I mean, obviously this was a WBC title eliminator, but I'll take whatever champion I can get. I want another run at the title. I want to get my belts back.
I think that Prograis is probably sitting there saying, hell yeah, let's get this fight done. That's what I've been wanting to. But, you know, we'll see. There's a lot of people that gotta have a part in making fights like this happen. So hopefully we get it done. But great fight tonight from Jose Ramirez, and I can't wait to see who he goes up against next. Hopefully it's Prograis.
I look forward to that. Even the rematch with Taylor, or the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Taylor, I'm here for that too. So either way, excellent job. Pleasure to have you on the mic once again tonight. I know you're in training camp, so we appreciate you joining us and seeing you back in the ring again soon. For Michaela Mayer, our producer and director Marty Corwin, I'm Christina Poncher. We will see you next weekend from Tulsa. Good night, everyone.